Hey, team. We are in lesson 8, and we're talking about interpersonal communication as it relates to intercultural. And oftentimes, when people say intercultural, they talk about race, but there's more to that. It's also religion, culture as it relates to how you were raised, the community you were raised in, the values and beliefs that were accepted or practiced in your community. We're also talking about gender. And we call when, say, race, culture, and gender come into play, it's called intersectionality. These different aspects of a person intersects. And in that intersection, we see communication manifests itself in different ways. Let's say a Latino man communicates differently than a woman from Islamic faith may communicate differently. That's both verbal and nonverbal communication. And the question, as people who are trying to be better communicators, is how can I understand and appreciate those differences in communication, and then how can I communicate better with them? How can I show understanding, empathy? How can I show a reassurance that what they're saying to me or how they're presenting themselves is not going to be taken in an offensive manner? And I think that as we look at the world today and the things that are happening in the world today, that communication across cultures, across race, across beliefs, across values is really needed. And I hope that you really embrace what you're learning in this particular lesson. We're going back to chapter 2, and it's going to ask you to take a look at some of the tables and figures and quotes from chapter 2 in order to answer the questions. But I hope that above and beyond what you learn about intercultural communication in this class, that you will apply it to your everyday life, and that you will share it, and that you will teach it to your kids, to your siblings, to your family members and your friends. Because if we could just have more understanding across all of the things that makes us who we are, and that we respect others for who they are, and that we communicate that, regardless if we subscribe to or we understand a person's perspective, but that we at least respect it and that we find a level of understanding. So I hope that this chapter will bring some understanding of that to you, and that you will help to make this world, this America we live in, a better place through communicating. All right, we'll see you in the next lesson.